ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930 present The Drive.
It is Thursday, March 13th. Your drive begins now on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. I'm your host, Paul Swann. Our text line this hour, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. We got a lot to get into today, and we're going to be speaking in just a minute. Not to Ryan Crisp. First of all, I can't give you all the details. Ryan can't make it today. So usually Ryan Crisp comes on the program. We talk to him every so often about what's happening with the Thundering Herd. And so Jarrod Hunley is going to step in. He's the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement for Marshall University. So we're going to talk to him in a few minutes and get all the details. You know, there is the program in which the Marshall Athletics Department has said, look, you get us 500 new season tickets, we're going to go out. The football team is going to go out and help the city of Huntington's Public Works Department fill some potholes. And so that's close. Marshall's close to getting those 500 new season tickets. Jarrod's going to tell us how you can get involved with that and, of course, update us on everything that's happening with the Thundering Herd, how you can get involved. And, of course, after that, we'll get your text in. And, again, our text line this hour brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop is 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. So I'm looking forward to talking to Jarrod. We are on the air a little late because we had basketball action right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. A double header of action. Cooper Flagg might not be available due to an injury. 78-70, Duke got the win earlier against Georgia Tech. And then a game that just wrapped up right before we went on the air. It was an exciting game. North Carolina got the better of Wake Forest, 68-59. We'll have more ACC tournament action coming up tonight. It'll be 13th ranked Louisville taking on Stanford. 6:30 is going to be our airtime there. And then following that game is going to be 10th ranked Clemson facing off against SMU, both in quarterfinal action right here on ESPN 94.1. and AM 930. So let's go ahead and get our first break in, and then we're going to come back and talk to Jarrod Hunley. He's going to update us on everything that's happening with the Thundering Herd, and we'll hear from you as well. One more time before we go to the break, our text line brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Jarrod Hunley joins me on the other side of the break here on The Drive, ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Stalwart Insurance is the name for insurance in the tri-state. They are committed to delivering tailored benefit solutions with thoughtful, strategic planning with valuable professional services. Stop by or call Stalwart Insurance for your homeowner's insurance needs. Stalwart Insurance is located right beside Kenny Queen Hardware on Route 10 in Barbersville. Call Stalwart Insurance anytime at 304-552-3883. That's 304-552-3883. Or visit them online at stalwartinsurance.com.
Hey Tri-State, Frank's Place is where friends hang out with friends. Stop on by for happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. and a lot of daily specials. It's that time of year for March basketball. Frank's has you covered from the Sun Belt to the SEC, NBA to the MLB. First responders, stop by Frank's Place and check out the specials they have for you. Frank's Place, located at the River Place Plaza, next to Fratelli's. Check them out on Facebook for weekly updates and specials. Frank's Place, your home away from home.
I'm Nori, and when I was young, my mom opened our home to someone who needed a secure and safe place. She taught him what it was like to have someone care about you, having dinner at home or going out to eat together.
In West Virginia, families open their homes every year to adult family care.
Some folks need a little extra help, but everybody deserves a family.
Call the Department of Human Services and ask to speak to an adult family care home finder at 304-269-6820. Sponsored by the West Virginia Department of Human Services, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and this station. This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, of the United States U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $1,227,345, with 100% funded by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL, HHS, or the U.S. government.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
This is The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. Follow at Paul Swann on X for Marshall sports updates and more.
Welcome back to our Thursday edition of the show. I'm your host, Paul Swann. Our text line this hour is brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. I got some bad news for everyone. Ryan Crisp couldn't be with us today. And unfortunately for Ryan, maybe fortunately for Ryan, he actually survives what I was going to ask him. Because, let's be honest, Ryan's a good guy. He's fun to joke around with. And so I was just going to flat out ask him the question. It's like, hey, look, are you going to go out there and pave streets in Huntington if Marshall gets 500 new season ticket orders? Well, he's not here to answer that question, but that's okay, because now on the program is the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement, Jarrod Hunley. And so is Ryan avoiding me because I was going to ask him if he was actually going to go out and pave potholes in the streets? Jarrod, is that what's happened today? He's put you here to answer?
Ryan actually has to deal with his son on the monkey bars. Got a little banged up on the monkey bars, so that's why Ryan's got to step out and deal with that.
So that's legit. He wasn't using his kid as an excuse earlier with me. That's legit. Oh, monkey bar action.
No, that's legit. That's legit. All those stories you hear about the monkey bars, they're real.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. So Jarrod's with us today. It's always great to have Jarrod on the program. And I was joking I had some fun with this yesterday, and I joked that, hey, maybe Ryan Crisp will go out there. You get 500 new season ticket signups. Ryan Crisp would go out, pave potholes. I joked that A.D. Spears would, but let's be quite honest. Potholes are an issue in the city of Huntington, and so you've got this unique initiative where if 500 new season tickets are sold, the football team's going to go out and help the city of Huntington and the Public Works Department fill potholes. How close are we to that 500 number?
Yeah, we're getting super close to our goal. We're trying to push for that number kind of as soon as possible for March 17th. So we're getting really close to that number. And like you said, I mean, it's one of those things that I'm from here. I'm a Hurricane kid, so I've always been in Huntington, and potholes are just one of those things that we deal with year on end. So we had this idea come up, and I think it's going to be really good for our athletes to get out there, get in the community, kind of meet everybody, and help out and fill those potholes, and kind of make everybody happy and get those roads back to normal.
What's been the response to this? Obviously we're getting close to that number, so there are a lot of people that are taking you up on this initiative, but what's been the overall response from fans? Are kind of scratching their head, why would you do this, or it's about time? What have you been getting?
Yeah, no, it's been super positive, really. It's just one of those kind of quirky things that we came up with, and it's worked out really well, and there's been a really positive response to it. People can go on that Huntington 311 app if they download that and report their potholes and kind of just put it in the note that it's for paving the way. That's how we see on our end the potholes that we can fill. So if fans do that, they can download that, report those potholes, and we'll go out and fill as many as we can. But so far, it's been super positive, and everybody's been, super excited that we're getting out and doing this for the community.
What exactly will Marshall student athletes be doing? Will they actually be shoveling asphalt, putting the hole? What are they going to be doing? Because don't you have to have some sort of skill set here to do this? What can we expect from these guys? Because I'm sure a lot of fans will want to come out and support these guys as they're filling potholes.
Yeah, no doubt. No, so they'll be doing the work. We partner really well with the city team that's going to be out there. So this partnership with the city, they're just going to be out with our student athletes and kind of directing them on what they need them to be doing, and they'll be doing as much work as the city will allow. So we're excited to have them out, and I think fans can go out, get involved. They'll see them out in the community. I'm sure they'll be out there ready to take pictures, say hey, shake some hands, take some pics, sign some stuff. I'm sure they'll be out there doing that stuff as well. But as far as the work goes, they're going to be out there doing that under the direction of the city. So they'll as much as they can do, they'll be doing.
So not a photo op. There will be some opportunity, but this isn't a photo op. They're going to actually go out there. They're going to do work. If it means shovel some hot asphalt into that hole and do the patch, they're going to be doing it. If the city and the Public Works Department deems they can do that.
Hey, if me and Ryan Chris can go out there and shovel gravel during Community Cares Week, yeah, hot asphalt's okay, I think.
Do you think this is more of a pilot program for a larger scale program in the future, maybe involve more student athletes? I know I don't want to speak for some of the initiatives that might be coming up, but do you see this as maybe a pilot program for something like this in the future to maybe involve different teams and different opportunities around the city, kind of tailored to what these student athletes are, like, for example, swim team, and get them involved with like river cleanup, things like that, kind of tailor the team to the needs?
Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, we'll sit down, after this is all said and done. We'll look back at the initiative, see how well it did, see how well, it performed with our community members, see, kind of get that survey of how people felt about it, things like that. We'll definitely do like an in-depth look at it, and we'll look at any option we can as far as, getting our teams out in the community. I think if we're more involved in the community and the community is more involved with us, I think that's just beneficial for both parties, So we're excited to get out, and, I think this could be, something that other teams can look at, and we'll look at it for other teams, and, we'll continue to do it with football, and, just one of those things that, like I said, the community's involved, we're involved with the community. It's just a win-win on both sides, man.
And there's also competition amongst Sunbelt schools. This is an opportunity for Marshall to kind of do something unique, different, at the same time compete against other Sunbelt schools as far as initiatives are concerned. I mean, there's probably a competition, motivation here right now to kind of outdo all those other schools in what you do and bring to the community.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's just like they're competing on the field, on the court, wherever. We're also, if you're in athletics, you come from that background and you're competitive in that nature as well. So, we always do our best on the back end to support our student athletes, grow our programs. So we'll always be pushing forward with new ideas and what we can do just to up our student athletes and get everybody involved with them.
Jarrod Hunley is with us. He is the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement at Marshall University. So that goes right into the spring game. We're less than a month away. I know Coach Gibson has been pushing. Wants 10,000 fans minimum, I'm sure, not maximum, minimum in the stadium for the spring game. How is that looking right now? Is that trending well, or do we need to get the word out a little bit more? Fans maybe need to step it up.
Trending well. We'll definitely be pushing the word as it comes closer. We have our kind of calendar of pushes that we got coming out. So we'll definitely be pushing it out. I think it's completely feasible to get 10K there. It's only $5 to attend. There's parking options for like $20, but really it's just that $5 will get you in the game. So we're trending really well for it. This staff is amazing. I've worked with them closely since they've come in and gotten to know those guys pretty well. And they're all awesome, man. So we're really excited for this team, really excited for this coaching staff. So I think it's just one of those opportunities that fans could come out and get their first real look at it. I know there will be kind of like a first half will be real play, and then they'll get into more of like the, meet the team stuff after that. So I think it's really exciting. I think the fans will get a real kick out of it, get their first look at everybody. So I think 10K is pretty feasible, man.
Jarrod Hunley is with us. He's the Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement. So if people want a ticket, easiest way is herdzone.com. They can step by the ticket office. What are we suggesting for folks to get those tickets now?
Oh, yeah, herdzone.com, always the easiest. You just go to that ticket link. You go under football. There's a couple options. You got your season tickets. You got the spring game, all that. So that's the easiest way to do it, just online real quick. You can also call in to our ticket office staff, or you can come up and see us. We're on the third floor, City National right there on the corner. So come up and see us. You'll see me, Ryan, Caleb, Christian, all of us. We're all sitting up in that office, and we're a good time up there. So they can always come up and get their tickets that way as well.
Jarrod Hunley, Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement, Marshall University. We got softball coming up. We're finally getting into conference play, so not to say that the games before didn't mean anything, but it really means something now. So we've got conference play, and we've got one of the best teams in the league coming in to the dot.
I was going to say defending champs, man. You got Louisiana to open up SBC play. I know we've got a few initiatives this weekend. There's Pi Day, Girl Scout Day, St. Patty's Day coming up, so they're going to be kind of tailoring stuff that way for the marketing side of stuff. But, yeah, Louisiana coming to town, man. I know there could be potential changes as far as times, so I would just tell fans to be on the lookout for that. Just check social media, check the website. If you're looking to come out to the dot, I know weather's pushing in over the weekend, so just be sure to keep an eye out on socials, on our website, for any potential changes to game times.
So the Girl Scouts actually have cookies, because those are hard to find these days.
They should have cookies, I imagine. I'd have to go upstairs. I actually just bought a house in Huntington. I have Matt living with me, and he does all the stuff, so I could probably run upstairs. But as far as I know, the Girl Scouts are bringing those cookies, man. Okay,
you got to push those, because there's probably a lot of people who haven't got the Girl Scout cookies yet. So you can come to the game on Saturday. You can get some Girl Scout cookies as well. You can eat them there, take them home, whatever you want to do. But then you've got, of course, Pi Day. That's a pizza giveaway. So that's courtesy of Marco's Pizza. Everybody loves Marco's Pizza. And then on Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, Marshall-themed St. Patrick's Day gear at the marketing table. Any hint to what that might look like?
I think we're holding on to it. We may have done a post on the softball page about it, but what it is, like you said, that Pi Day, we partner really well with Marcos, man. We're really glad to have them as a sponsor, and they come in and do a lot of our stuff, so we're really excited to have them out for Pi Day. And then, like you said, we're kind of holding on to that St. Patty's Day giveaway, and like you said, that'll be at the marketing table as soon as fans get there. Like I said, just be on the lookout for any potential changes. You'll see that on the Herd softball pages, Herd Zone, all that stuff. So we're excited. We're opening up with Louisiana is going to be a fun time.
See, this is why I like you sometimes better than Ryan, because Ryan would have said, "Hey, Paul, that's going to be green. You just have to show up and see." That's what he would have thought. That's what he would have done to me.
That sounds like Chris, man. I love it.
Jarrod Hunley is with us. So we've got softball coming up, and then after that, what can we look forward to in the near future that fans might want to start getting excited for or start planning for?
Yeah, I mean, man, this baseball team's rolling. They just came off a 9-game win streak. They're heading down to open up their SBC play down at Arkansas State. They'll kind of get EKU on the way back on the road trip back, and then we'll have JMU March 21st. So that'll be our series against them. If you haven't been out to Jack Cook Field yet, man, it is a fun time. You definitely want to get out and see this team. Beals has got these boys buzzing, and they are really hitting the field hard.
All you have to do is take them to Hawaii every year. That's it. Just take them to Hawaii. let them have a few days on the beach, and then let's go. Get them ready that way.
I'll tell you what. That's it, man. We split that series down at Georgia Tech. That was a heck of a series. And then they came back, and they were just rolling, man. So these boys, that culture in that locker room, man, they got it going. So they're always a great time.
I think that's what it was. They got to experience a little West Coast baseball, and I think that trip probably helped them bond a little bit more as a team, and then they came back and showed that it was a beneficial trip. As you mentioned, we got 2 out of the 4, and then came back home, and what a heck of a streak. It ended, but that's okay. Time to start a new streak.
Amen. That's right. Yeah, they'll get going again, no doubt. And like I said, Jack Cook Field, man, is such a fun time. We have so much fun there with all of our music, all of our sounds, all the marketing stuff that we do. We got Buddies as our concession partner, and they do really well with like their midweek specials and their deals over the weekends. So we're doing really well over there, and excited to have fans out again. And I think it's one of those things around here that. Baseball is just one of those sports that everybody loves to come out and watch.
Jarrod Hunley is with us, Director of Marketing and Fan Engagement, stepping in for Ryan Crisp. Again, the Crisp are not with us because the monkey bars taking one of his down. You gotta watch those monkey bars. Those are real. Those are the truth.
You got one of the Crisps, that's for sure.
Jarrod, good talking to you. Let's do this again real soon, and give everyone over at the offices my best, and we'll talk to everyone soon.
All right, Paul. Thanks for having me again.
Jarrod Hunley, everyone. He's the Director of Marketing, Fan Engagement, all that good stuff. He's the guy that gets it done for Mr. Chris, and we appreciate him coming on the program. We will get your text in just a moment, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. More coming up on this edition of The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Now is the time to add on a new bathroom or remodel your old one with the latest up-to-date bathroom fixtures from Mutual Wholesalers, 710 5th Street, Huntington. Come in today to Mutual Wholesalers' beautiful showroom and see how your new bathroom will look. Check out Acre by Max. Have a new bathroom this year. Mutual Wholesalers, locally owned and operated. 710 5th Street, Huntington. Call 304-525-9118. At Poca Valley Bank, a handshake can still mean the start of a great relationship. We've been greeting customers with a handshake since 1908. Why settle for less? If you're purchasing your first home or planning for your future, Poca Valley Bank is here to support you with personalized service and local expertise. They are your trusted advisors. Why settle for less when you can experience banking with a team that truly cares? Poca Valley Bank, where relationships matter. Visit PocaValleyBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now at Menards, save big money on everything to update your home. Easily create your dream kitchen with Clearview Cabinetry. With so many styles to choose from, you'll be sure to find plenty of options that you'll love. Start your project today and save big on Clearview Cabinetry. Visit Menards.com to view our entire selection of Clearview cabinets today. Plus, check out the weekly flyer for many other great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Good morning, beat freaks. Who's ready to move? Let's start this day right.
Tasha's morning dance parties are meeting rave reviews.
Lose your phones and find your groove.
They need an ops manager to help their community dance the morning away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with kids, finances, insurance, and life? Well, let your State Farm agent help you simplify and get to a better state. With State Farm handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too. Adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and help you get ahead. Call an agent today and get to a better state with State Farm. In Huntington, Ray Crabtree, 304-736-8181. In Milton, Russ McRae, 304-743-9318. And in Lavallette, Jason Elkins, 304-529-7555.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
This is The Drive on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. Miss an episode? Catch it anytime on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to our Thursday edition of The Drive. Our text line this hour is brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop. And we do that at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Some Bengals news today. The Bengals signing TJ Slayton to a 2-year contract. Also, Bengals signing unrestricted free agent, halfback Sam J. Perine. So, congratulations. He's going to be with the Bengals through the 2026 season. And then the Bengals re-sign Cam Sample. What do you think of how the Bengals have handled signings and free agency so far? You're still waiting for that big one, right? Making you a little worried, trying to figure out, okay, is there going to be a home run here soon? Don't forget, I know it's a little early, but we got Bengals football all season long. When the new season begins, we'll have it for you right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. We've been keeping an eye on high school basketball in our area. Spring Valley, the victorious Spring Valley Timberwolves beat Spring Mills 88-35 at the tournament in Charleston. So the Lady Wolves are going to take on St. Albans. That's going to be Friday morning, 11:15. And Wayne got the victory over Kaiser, 54-50. So Wayne's going to play Greenbrier East Friday morning at 9:30. And of course, yesterday we said goodbye to the Ashland Kittens as North Laurel eliminated Ashland 51-42. And then in West Virginia Boys Class Region 4 Co-Championship, Huntington St. Joe got the victory over Wahama 62-50. And we've got Kentucky opening up SEC men's tournament play, facing off against Oklahoma. That's going to come up tonight, 8 o'clock airtime. You can listen to that on multiple Kindred communication stations, 92.7 and 98.5 The Planet, also on Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340. And, of course, as we alluded to earlier, Marshall Baseball took the loss. Central Michigan got the victory over the Thundering Herd, 12-11. Marshall's 9-game winning streak ends. Arkansas State, the opponent on the road, opening up Sun Belt play this weekend. Not my fault. The streak break, not my fault. I knew the minute that I would mention it that the Herd is on this 9-game win streak, and it's the longest streak in a long time for Marshall Baseball. I knew the minute I mentioned that, the Herd would lose. But that's not on me. It was a close game. Marshall could have won that, and it was very competitive. 12-11. Still, Herd on a 9-game win streak. Pretty good. Let's keep that rolling. Let's get another streak going for the Thundering Herd. Our text line this hour, 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop. Texter writes in and says, Paul, it's a pretty cool initiative to actually have Thundering Herd football players go out and help pave the streets of Huntington. It took them long enough. Appreciate the text. Yeah, I get it. It's a neat way to get the team out in the community. Lend a helping hand, a little bit more manpower. Maybe you can get more potholes filled if you've got the extra muscle out there and the extra hands to do that. I mean, it's unique. It's something that definitely needs done in the city of Huntington. Again, you drive anywhere in the city of Huntington right now, it's like riding a moon buggy. Just so many craters, cars out of alignment all the time. I tell you, I probably have spent more time in the garage thanks to the roads of the city of Huntington for anything from, broken shocks, out of alignment, bent sway bar. I could go on, but you know how it is. So it's a pretty cool thing, and maybe it's going to be an annual event where the Thundering Herd volunteers in this manner and expands on it further. Maybe we get to the point where you don't have to do this every year. Wouldn't that be nice? Absolutely. Wouldn't that be nice? So we're going to stay out of the politics. I just know that driving in the city of Huntington, it's always an adventure for those who drive in and out daily or those who just live here. So that's pretty cool. And, of course, we got the spring game coming up. We get to see the Herd in action and more of a real game format, at least for the first half. I think that's cool. And that's not a knock on how the game has been portrayed over the last few years. And I get it. It's still a practice, but you kind of want to see what this team looks like in maybe not full speed, but near full speed, or at least kind of give us an idea. And it's going to be very basic and vanilla. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we're going to get to see everything revealed. We're going to see players who are going to run probably basic formations, basic schemes. We're not going to get to see the entire playbook. We're not going to see the bag of tricks of the spring game, but it'll be fun for a lot of people, sort of like a springtime reunion for a lot of fans. We'll get more of your text coming up. And again, it's brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop at 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. We'll take a look at what's happening in college basketball when we continue on this edition of The Drive, ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Stalwart Insurance is the name for insurance in the tri-state. They are committed to delivering tailored benefit solutions with thoughtful, strategic planning with valuable professional services. Stop by or call Stalwart Insurance for your homeowner's insurance needs. Stalwart Insurance is located right beside Kenny Queen Hardware on Route 10 in Barbersville. Call Stalwart Insurance anytime at 304-552-3883. That's 304-552-3883. Or visit them online at stalwartinsurance.com.
Hey Tri-State, Frank's Place is where friends hang out with friends. Stop on by for happy hour from 4 to 6 p.m. and a lot of daily specials. It's that time of year for March basketball. Frank's has you covered from the Sun Belt to the SEC, NBA to the MLB. First responders, stop by Frank's Place and check out the specials they have for you. Frank's Place, located at the River Place Plaza, next to Fratelli's. Check them out on Facebook for weekly updates and specials. Frank's Place, your home away from home.
Hi, I'm Nori, and over the years, my mother and I have opened our homes to those who need it most, and it's been so rewarding. I bet you didn't know that some adults who have unfortunately been mistreated need a place to call home in West Virginia. It happens more than you know. They may have some physical or mental limitations, and they need your help. Everyone deserves a place to call their own. I can tell you from my experience, it's worth it.
If you have an open heart and want to open your home, Adult Family Care may be the right fit for you. Call the Department of Human Services and ask to speak to an Adult Family Care Home Finder at 304-269-6820. Sponsored by the West Virginia Department of Human Services, the West Virginia Broadcasters Association, and this station. This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, of the United States, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $1,227,345, with 100% funded by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
Okay, forest animals, today is a new day. Kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow.
Yes?
Have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. Okay, River.
Dude.
How's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man. Perfect for a little riverside shoeless relaxation.
Ah, good. Owl, you here? Course. Who's asking? I am. Look, you know the drill. Sleep during the day, scare the kids at night. Perfect. I love my job. Oak Tree?
What's up?
Still in the same place I left you last year. That's what I like. Consistency.
Well, it's not like I'm going anywhere for the next couple hundred years.
I know. I love it. Turtle. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. You'd think he would have learned by now to leave the night before our meetings. Okay. Squirrel. Has anybody seen Mr. Squirrel?
The forest has been preparing just for you. Visit a forest near you today. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Every 2 minutes, a child becomes a victim of sex trafficking in the U.S. It's happening right now. Don't change the channel. Don't cover your kids' ears, no matter how much you want to ignore it. Child trafficking is real. In fact, it's happening in your town. And you know what our greatest weapon against child trafficking is? It's our children. It's time to act with PACT. That's Partners Against Child Trafficking. PACT works to teach students to identify the warning signs of child trafficking so they can help other vulnerable kids around them. PACT student ambassadors receive in-depth training on the issue and design a project to raise awareness, reduce victimization, and disrupt demand. Any student around the world can sign up for PACT's online training program and learn how to stop child trafficking. Go to pact.city to sign up for the 1-hour course today. With PACT, we declare not one more victim.
Hi, this is Dave Wilson, host of Metro News Talkline, and you're listening to The Drive with Paul Swann on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Our text line this hour, brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shop, is 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. Welcome back to today's edition of The Drive here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. College basketball action continues tonight, 6:30. It'll be 13th-ranked Louisville taking on Stanford, followed by 10th-ranked Clemson and SMU. That's the ACC quarterfinal coming up tonight right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. Lots of action across the board, and of course, it's that time of year. We've got college basketball tournaments, of course, the Sun Belt, which I actually like that maneuver to play early. Gives your teams a little chance to prepare, get ready for the tournament. I like that. Play a week early. I'm good with that. But, of course, Big Ten action earlier today. Number 23, Oregon got the win over Indiana, 72-59. It was 18th-ranked Wisconsin beating Northwestern, 70-63. Later today, it's going to be 24th-ranked Illinois and Iowa, and then number 20, Purdue and USC. That is coming up in the Big Ten. Of course, Big 12, do we even want to talk about the Big 12? Obviously, the Mountaineers being eliminated. How does that impact the Mountaineers' chances of getting into the NCAA tournament? Well, earlier today in the tournament, it was number 2 Houston beating Colorado 77-68. This is quarterfinal action. It was 17th-ranked BYU beating 12th-ranked Iowa State 96-92. Later on tonight in the Big 12 championship quarterfinal round, It'll be number 9 Texas Tech facing off against Baylor, and then you have Kansas to follow with Arizona. So that's what's happening tonight in the Big 12. And let's not forget the SEC action tonight on our sister station, Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340, along with 92.7 and 98.5 The Planet. We go in the air 8 o'clock. It's going to be 15th ranked Kentucky facing off against Oklahoma. That should be a good matchup. Remember the last time these two teams played? It was a good matchup. So I think that's going to be a challenge for either team. UK's spread is -6.5 there. The total is 159.5. That's the ESPN bet numbers. Earlier today in SEC tournament action, it was Arkansas falling to Ole Miss 83-80. And then in the second, with 5:40 to go, Texas leads 14th ranked Texas A&M 65-60. So if you see some upsets, that's going to improve some teams' chances, and that's going to push a few teams down. It's going to be a crowded field to get into the tournament this year. And, of course, after the game that's going on right now, 7 o'clock, it's going to be 21st ranked Missouri facing off against Mississippi State. So if you want to catch the Kentucky, 8 o'clock is going to be your airtime. We'll have it again on our sister station, Cat Sports 93.3 and 1340 and 92.7 and 98.5 The Planet. So now that Marshall's done for the most part, and you can sit back and you can watch some other tournaments, which tournaments do you gravitate towards? Do you go towards the ACC? Do you go toward the Big 12, Big 10? When you look at tournaments, you want to watch something. What are you going to watch tonight at home? I'm always curious. Of course, a lot of people are going to watch Kentucky, so I know the answer there for that one because I know it's a joke, but for a lot of Marshall fans, that's kind of like the backup team. I'm not lying. For a lot of fans, Ohio State's the backup team. Kentucky's the backup team. Not for me, though. I like watching good basketball, but I don't have a backup team. I like Syracuse. I'm not gonna lie. You know, when I was younger, before I was in college, you know, I liked Syracuse. Yeah, that kind of went away as I started to be a student at Marshall University. And Syracuse is promised. I like Big East basketball, to be quite honest with you. Big East basketball was fun, and I would actually gravitate towards Big East basketball if I was going to watch something. We had a good one earlier. Number 25 Marquette beat Xavier 89-87, and then 6th ranked St. John's beat Butler 78-57. And still to come, you've got DePaul and Creighton tonight, and then Villanova and UConn. I might watch a little bit of that. Absolutely. I used to love, because, you know, it's the Big East. It's at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. You can't top that. That's the big one. Not in size, but in stature. That's the world's most famous arena. It's Madison Square Garden. You know, that's center stage of the world right there. So that's kind of special always to see college basketball, especially the Big East tournament at Madison Square Garden. Of course, that means no Knicks and no Rangers at home for a little bit, but that's okay. New York City, a hotbed for actual college basketball. And, of course, we like to think Marshall and Huntington's a hotbed for college basketball, especially back in the day. It really was a hotbed, and I think that's going to carry over the way that Coach Jackson's got this team going. It was exciting this year. A lot of optimism. I mean, that's one thing that we can talk about probably the next few weeks is there's optimism surrounding the basketball program, and that's a good thing. Year one's done. Now what does year two look like? What does it look like in recruiting? What's it look like in the transfer portal? You know, what does Coach do differently in year two to learn from anything that he feels like was a weakness or improve a strength, mistakes, something he can reinforce he did better? You know, what's he what's he got up his sleeve for year 2. So that's a good sign. Of course, I know I'll kill the buzz by saying, I hope that we see them in a few months, because I'm not sure if I'm on board still with one of these other tournaments. And I still get texts about that every day. A few of you are saying, look, I don't want to see the Herd play in one of those. For the most part, there'll be a couple of you say, hey, I want to see that. But the only one that I would really be interested in seeing would be the Herd playing in the Crown. Going to Vegas, that would be a road trip. Everybody would sign up to go to Vegas, I would think, Herd fans. You can join the program anytime. Our text line's 304-396-TALK, 304-396-8255. And then after hours, you can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Paul Swann, and we'll carry the conversation over there. And while you're there, if you would give me a follow, I would really appreciate that. And then you can ask away on social media anytime, because for a lot of you, I know you listen to the podcast. And for those of you that maybe want to listen to the program and you can't listen live every day, don't forget our podcast is available. We upload that daily. We can do that every day. As long as you're listening, we appreciate it. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, just wherever you get your podcasts, you'll find the show. And if you want to just go to the website, we post it there daily. So you can listen at the website as well. And while you're there, you can download the app for your Android or your iPhone. And we've got the links right there, so it makes it easy for you to go find the link. And that's all at WRVC.com. And so the cool thing about the app is you can listen to the program live if you want to. You can stream the show live when we're on the air. Or you can listen to the podcast, and there's a tab right there in the app, so you can pull it up in the app. You don't have to find it. It's right there. So check that out. It's a really cool app. And sometimes we send out shout-outs and posts. We don't blow up your phone, but we'll send some things out now and then. So keep your notifications on. You never know what we've got in store for you. We might have a contest now and then for you. And so if you've got the app, you get the notifications turned on. Sometimes we might just give you an opportunity to win tickets that way. So I'm pushing the app. Check it out. Head over to the website, WRVC.com. That's where you can start. And we've got it for your Android and, of course, your iPhone. And you can also listen to the program on the website as well. So that's where you need to go, WRVC.com. So we'll be back with you tomorrow right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. We'll have continuing coverage of the ACC tournament as the college bracket selection show is almost upon us. It's going to be Christmas all over again, Christmas and March, and we are your official home for March Madness. So we'll have the games. Don't have to worry. You can listen to the games. First few days especially, you're stuck in the office that first day. You can't get out. You can't take that extended lunch. That's okay. We got you covered. You can just keep it locked right here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. That's going to do it. We have made it once again. Thanks for tuning in. I want to thank our guest, Jarrod Hunley, filling in for Ryan Crisp. Ryan, of course, taking care of his son. The Monkey Bars got his son. And so Ryan is welcome back anytime on the program as soon as we get his son taken care of. And I'm hoping that we're going to have some padding under those Monkey Bars, because the Monkey Bars are real. They do not lie. As Coach Huff used to say, the Monkey Bars are real. Be careful on the playground, kids. We'll talk to you tomorrow here on ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
Broadcasting from the Dave & Buster's studios. Eat, drink, play, and watch at Dave & Buster's in the Huntington Mall. ESPN 94.1 and AM 930. WRBC, W231BS Huntington.